Have you ever felt like your own personality was holding you back, that maybe you weren't outgoing enough, tough enough, or just enough to succeed in business? What if I told you that the very traits you see as weaknesses could be your greatest strengths? This is the story of Elias, a quiet observer in a world that shouts, and how he turned his introverted nature into a multi-million-dollar empire. Elias wasn't your typical entrepreneur. He wasn't the life of the party or a charismatic salesman. Growing up, he was the kid in the back of the class, not because he was shy, but because he was watching, listening, and absorbing everything. While others were talking, he was analyzing. This trait followed him into adulthood. His first few business ventures were, let's just say, learning experiences. He tried to mimic the loud, aggressive CEOs he saw in magazines. He forced himself into networking events that drained his energy and led to hollow connections. He was playing a role, and it was failing badly. He was on the verge of giving up, convinced he just wasn't cut out for this world. One night, sitting in his silent apartment surrounded by stacks of business books, a thought struck him. All these books talked about strategies, market fits, and financial models. But none of them talked about the most crucial element, the person running the business. What if he stopped trying to be someone else? What if, instead of fighting his personality, he built a business around it? This single shift in mindset changed everything. Elias realized his quiet nature wasn't a bug, it was a feature. He was a phenomenal listener. He could sit in a meeting and not just hear what people said, but understand what they meant. He noticed the subtle hesitations, the shifts in tone, the unspoken needs of his clients. So, he pivoted. He launched a boutique consulting firm, but with a unique approach. He didn't pitch. He listened. His initial client meetings were an hour long, and for the first 45 minutes, he would just ask questions and listen intently. He'd dig deep into their problems, their frustrations, their dreams for their company. He used his observational skills to see patterns and pain points that his more talkative competitors completely missed, while others were busy selling a prepackaged solution. Elias was co-creating a tailored strategy based on deep understanding. Word of this business therapist began to spread. CEOs were tired of being sold to. They were desperate to be understood. His personality also shaped his company culture. He didn't build a chaotic, high-pressure sales floor. Instead, he created a calm, focused environment. He hired other deep thinkers, analysts, and strategists, people who thrived on solving complex problems, not on being the loudest voice in the room. His team wasn't built on charisma. It was built on competence. They didn't need flashy presentations because their results spoke for themselves. Their client retention was nearly 100%. They weren't just service providers, they were trusted partners. His quiet, thoughtful approach, born from Elias's own personality, became his unique selling proposition. It was his brand. And it was incredibly powerful. But how does this translate to your own journey? The lesson from Elias's story isn't to be an introvert. It's to be authentic. Success isn't about adopting a winning personality. It's about leveraging your own. Are you highly empathetic? Use that to build incredible customer relationships. Are you incredibly organized and detail-oriented? Use that to create systems that are flawless and efficient. Are you a natural storyteller? Use that to build a brand that captivates and inspires. Your personality dictates your natural strengths. Building a business that aligns with those strengths isn't just easier. It's a strategic advantage that no one can replicate. It's your unique fingerprint on the world of business. Think about the most successful entrepreneurs. Steve Jobs wasn't just a tech genius. His obsessive passion for design and simplicity defined Apple. Sarah Blakely's reliability and humor were key to building the Spanx empire. They didn't succeed in spite of their personalities. They succeeded because of them. They channeled their core traits into their business model, their marketing, and their company culture. Your personality isn't a hurdle to overcome. It's the very foundation upon which you can build a sustainable, successful, and fulfilling business. The key is self-awareness. So, take a moment to look inward. What are the core traits that define you? Not the person you think you should be, but the person you are. How can you design a business, a role, or a career that plays to those strengths instead of fighting against them? How can your unique perspective solve a problem in a way no one else can? The market doesn't need another copy of a successful entrepreneur. It needs you. Your unique blend of talents, quirks, and passions is your secret weapon. Embrace it, build on it, and watch how the world responds. Elias found his success not by changing who he was, but by finally embracing it. And that is a lesson far more valuable than any business strategy. Thank you for joining us on this journey today at Entrepreuniverse TV. If this story resonated with you, let us know in the comments what personality trait you're proud of. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss our next story. Until next time, keep building your universe.